savais que... Ok. On suit la ligne, ce coup-là.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Allez, on va par là. C'est quoi? C'est complètement paradoxal ce jeu.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Mais là ça va être un...
Story to be. Go wild.
Mais ça va ça va où là? Ah ok.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Faut m'expliquer l'utilité de grand.
Oh no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Bah on suit la ligne, on fait quoi? Ah!
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Là je comprends plus rien.
If the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Oula, la logique bizarre du jeu.
Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to
ça
forget?
fait déjà un quart d'heure qu'on joue, c'est
Well,
ça?
what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Ah bah à la fin, normalement, on est censé mourir.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean...
Ah, on a arrêté la machine là.
Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way,
c'est complètement débile, je comprends pas, j'ai même plus rien à dire.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination.
J'ai même perdu le chrono.
Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oula, oula. Il n'y a même plus de son là. Oh non, sérieux, on recommence encore.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
A priori, ça a l'air d'être bon là.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
bon?
He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alors on va casser encore
Coming to a
l'histoire.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility...
Bah non.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Ah.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real.
Ouh là là, c'est quoi cette philosophie là?
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Fin 1. Non, non.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Ah non. Là. Oh là là.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh pitié.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Cette fois-ci, on monte.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ah, tiens. On monte, hein. Les amis, ce jeu est complètement pété. Je pense que je vais le splitter en 2 épisodes. Bon, on descend alors. D'accord. Business strategy, ok.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley could, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Bon bah on fait quand même comme on a fait, hein. Curieux ça quand même comme jeu. Ouais.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Ah, voilà. Ah, on meurt. Ah, d'accord. Ok, c'est bizarre comme jeu, comme.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Oula.
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Whoa.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Ok. Ok. Bah, le jeu est fini, les amis. Il fallait mourir en fait pour gagner. C'est la fin? Il peut aller mourir, je sais pas si exactement c'est, on peut appeler ça comme ça. The boss office. C'est fini. On a réussi à terminer The Stanley Parable.
Stanley stood on the roof.
Ah, c'est cool. Mais comment on sort de là? Enfin, quand on détermine que le jeu est complètement fini. Là, j'ai un doute. Ok, il y a tous les petites cités textures. Freedom ending. Ending plutôt. Monitor room elevator. Exit. Ok.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Bah voilà, c'est la fin. Si? Voilà, bah les amis, bah je crois qu'on a terminé. Bien voilà les amis, bah c'est fini. Donc ce let's play qui a duré assez longtemps, bah c'était un petit test sympa. Je pense que je vais le splitter en 2 épisodes parce que c'était très long. Bah j'espère que ça vous a plu. Bah parce que moi ça m'a plutôt plu, même si j'ai pas... Enfin, je suis désolé si vous n'avez pas pu tout suivre, même moi j'arrivais même pas à suivre parfois. Donc sur ce je vous dis à plus les amis pour un prochain épisode sur un autre jeu. Donc bientôt, allez, sur ce je vous dis à plus, profitez bien de cette vidéo, j'espère que ça vous a aimé. Allez, ciao tout le monde, à plus, abonnez-vous, likez et laissez un commentaire, allez.